Lynx is amazing in Guild Wars. In GvG, Lynx has found her home, as we predicted, and she is a total queen. She is impossibly annoying to go up against when you are using your demon soldiers on offense, and she is on the enemy defense. So, how the heck are you guys? I am Fastidious. Welcome to the channel, and welcome to a Lynx showcase, specifically in Guild Wars when she is on defense. Pretty unique video for me. I don't cover Guild Wars much at all. Strictly, I just do it on stream, but we've got a video because this is the best way to showcase Lynx. This is her bread and butter. You're gonna get to see her in action. I wanna start this off with a huge shout out to my guild leader, Hawkus. I put out a call and I said, did anyone pull Lynx and has Ymerit so I can show this god-awful Winter's Bite duo? And he said, yeah, I got you. So he built out this defense for me. He actually built out a couple defenses. He did one with Ingrid as the Lord. He did one with Praetus. And I said, no, none of these crazy lords. Let's keep it a little simpler than that before the comment section absolutely explodes because we used Ingrid or Praetus. So we've got a nice little nightmare team here with the nightmare units being Tordor, Hotsit, and then of course Ymerit. He's an unnameable, so he's flexible. We've got Lynx outside of faction, and we've got Carnelian outside of faction. This is a very pesky team. So the way I want this showcase to work is I'm going to go and I'm going to take this team on probably twice. I've gone up against it about 15 times as I prep for this video, and I have not beaten it yet. I've gotten close, but my God, it is brutal, and it really is just because of this Winter's Bite interaction between Lynx and Ymerit. So I want to go over that now, showcase all of that for you. Then we're going to head onto Hawkus's account so I can show you specifically his build on Lynx, and I'll give you a little look at the builds of the other 4 heroes he used. Before we get into those GvG attacks, I do want to cover Winter's Bite since that is what will be on display in this video. And to understand that, we've got to talk about Lynx and Ymerit. Let's start quickly over here with Ymerit. You can see he gives Winter's Bite with his ultimate. And then if you have Awakenings, he can additionally place Winter's Bite from basic attacks if you have him A3 or higher. I personally do own A3 Ymerit, and this is a nightmare, even if you're just using Ymerit. The crazy thing about Lynx is once you pair her with Ymerit, or maybe you have a bonded Honora, those are the 3 Winter's Bite heroes in the game right now, the onslaught of Winter's Bite and how quickly it is constantly stacking is a real nightmare. And no one provides more Winter's Bite in this entire game than Lynx. So you can see, if we go here, each basic attack is a 30% chance to place 1 stack. Moreover, her ultimate casts something called a Frost Domain, which inflicts 1 stack of Winter's Bite every 2 seconds, and that is over 8 seconds, and it's really annoying. And then finally, she can trigger this over here with skill ups. It's down to every 10 seconds called Frost Shatter. This will also add a stack of Winter's Bite. If you get some Awakenings into her Ice Borer, which is something that comes from her Ice Boring Arrow passive, this also has an opportunity to place Winter's Bite. It's really, really a nightmare. It is constant. So what is Winter's Bite? Then let's head into battle. It reduces movement speed by 25%, and it stacks up to 3 times. So that first stack, you're slowed by 25%. So you're moving at only 75% of your normal speed. That's your movement speed. At 2 stacks, it is a 50% slow. So you're moving at half speed. At 3 stacks, it should be up to a 75% slow, a big version slow, like what Mari does. However, at that point, it just turns into a 2-second freeze, and this just rinses and repeats, and it's really, really, really annoying. So let me show you how annoying it actually is. I'm going to move myself really small so you can really focus on the Guild Wars battle. Let's head to my guild. Shout out to Sins. And let's go find my guild leader, Hawkus. He set up this great friendly face-off defense for me to take on. Here it is. Let's head in. I'm going to go for a very conventional strat, a little Fool-based swarm strat. So what we're going to do, I'm going to send out the Fool, then a Templar, then another Templar, then we've got a healer. We're going to do double blue tanks, double dogs. Maybe I think one time I'll try double dogs. One time I'll try like delaying the dogs. So one at like 5 or 6 costs and the other one as soon as it's ready. I've found some success with both, but I haven't found much success, period. Because as you're going to see, Winter's Bite is really annoying. You'll know Winter's Bite is happening because a snowflake frost thing appears above the hero's head. So in my case, my demon soldiers' heads. And it fills in thirds. So it starts 1/3 full, then 2/3, and then it's a full, snowflake, and that means you're frozen. And just try to pay attention. I'll try to 1x sometimes. I don't want to 1x the whole thing. I don't want this to take forever. Try to pay attention to how often it's freaking there, because it's so often. Ymerit's doing it AoE during his ult. Frost's no main during Lynx's ult. It's AoE. Lynx is spamming with a really fast build. Tons of basic attack-based Winter's Bite, and then all her stuff with her passive as well. It's so annoying. So let's head into battle. And let's see, maybe is this the time I beat it when we're finally live? You can see, look how much higher my BP is than his. Isn't going to matter. So let's wait till we have 10 costs, and then we're going to drop the Fool. There he goes. Then at 7 costs, I'm going to drop my first Templar. I'm already going to 1x it now because I want you guys to see how quickly this Winter's Bite starts stacking on us. It's very annoying. There, the Fool's giving a shield to the Templar. We wait. Now they're just going to get into range. So you can see Lynx is going early. That's because this is her ult range. So she can trigger. Some heroes can't, right? In A3 Comet, he can't trigger his ultimate until you're into his basic attack range, even though A3 Comet has a bigger ult range. Lynx, though, she can trigger it as soon as you enter not here, but her ult range. So she does it now, and look at those snowflakes. Look at those crystals, right? Not going well for us from the start. You can see we've got 1 stack. They're like 1/3 filled. Let's wait again. Now that expired because it only lasts 3 seconds. So there is a lot of RNG to this, but that's the headache. There you go. That was 2 and then 3. Now he was fully frozen. The freeze ends. Now, when in range of an ulting Ymerit and Lynx is doing these basics, you're going to see this just really stack up. I'm going to go back to 2x because I got another Templar to pass, but try to pay attention to that. At 10, we drop another Templar. Just got frozen again, and our Fool died. We're stacking up again, frozen again, and now he's getting stacked on. Let's wait for 10. We're going to drop a healer now. So it looks like it shouldn't be the hardest defense in the world. It's like, yeah, Ymerit obviously has amazing DPS. Hotset has good DPS, and she's putting on defense break as all this bounces around. It's tough with Carnelian because everyone's constantly unkillable, nonstop unyielding. Lynx actually isn't doing that much damage, so why is this such a giant headache for us? It's because we're constantly crowd controlled. We're constantly either slowed or frozen. There's nothing we can really do about it, and it really sucks. So when I get to 10 cost, I'm going to drop my double blue tanks in the front slot. Boop, boop. This should let at least one of them go through to trigger Hotset's ultimate when they go behind or in line with Tordor. But look at this. We're just constantly snowflaked. It's like pretty nonstop. And it's unpredictable because it is RNG. So we're just at the whims. So here, let's try to do an early dog and see if we can sneak by it. Looks like it's a good opportunity, right? Tordor is overwhelmed, but slowed, frozen. Could this be our moment? Ymerit, is he going to destroy me as he's done in the past? Can we get 1 through just for the video? Just when I think I can make it? No, because he puts on Winter's Might. He slows us. He destroys us. So I got distracted. There's the other group of dogs. We did get a Templar through, so we actually probably are going to get at least 1 crystal break. But you'll see this really unconventional defense has really slowed us down. Nope, now he's stuck on Ymerit. Too bad. We'll throw a healer there. This fight's basically over. You can see I am going to let it go. Hotset's probably going to be able to kill us every time she ults, but maybe our Templar can kill Ymerit here. Maybe there's a shot for us. Okay, we're going to get 1 through. That's pretty cool. I've probably tried this at least a dozen times, if not like 15 times. That's the first time I broke the portal. I have had more success with the staggered dogs than the double dogs. But let's run that back one more time. You can see we're not getting through this again. Not with our 1 Templar. So let's restart. Let's run it back, and let's double dog it this time. I'm going to do a little less talking. You guys can do a little more watching. And just see how mind-numbingly frustrating this really is. And you might be saying, how's this different than Mari? Well, first things first, the range is crazy, right? So Mari would have to be here. Leaves are vulnerable to certain kind of attacks. And, it has its one trade-off. But at least with Mari, you can time out when her ult is coming, and it's predictable. Because she's placing Winter's Bite in 4 different ways if you've got her Awaken level 1, it really is a nightmare. You don't have to pair her with another Winter's Bite hero, but I think to be as frustrating as this and as good a defense as this, you probably would. Okay, let's run it back. We're going to do a similar kind of thing. And I'm going to do a lot less yapping. Don't worry. Let's drop. So at the beginning, I'm just trying to get this Templar to draw the aggro, get these ults out, because we just want to line up a little swarm for ourselves. Let's drop our second Templar. He's frozen there. Slowed. Frozen again. Slightly early on the healer, but it's okay. Maybe a quarter of a second early. Let's get ready with our double blues. So unfortunately, Ymerit's about to ult now. We did get one of these guys through. Let's see. We got a lot through, actually. Ideally, I'd want to wait for this Ymerit ult to end, but I don't think we can time it out. Tons of guys went through, though. This is the RNG, the whole thing, so we must have been crowd-controlled less. We're still not going to win, don't worry. But kind of crazy. Let's 1x this. Let's get ready. Double dogs it, like I said. Not enough guys blocking. Well, actually, you can see these guys got through, but Lynx slowed them and then stacked enough that they got frozen. Then got Hotsit and Ymerit got some kills, and now this guy actually is getting blocked by Tordor. So the whole thing fell apart. So actually, it turned out to be a perfect display of how annoying Winter's Bite is. So it looked like, oh, this is actually going to work for us, maybe. That's not what happened, right? So this Templar we thought was going to get through. Maybe one of the blue tanks was going to get through. No, they were getting slowed by the 1 and then 2 stacks of Winter's Bite, turned into a freeze. That gave Tordor enough time to keep blocking, hold on just long enough while Hotsit and Ymerit killed a couple guys, and then Tordor picked up all the blocks. So total disaster that time. I think that has been a good showcase, so let's head over now to Hawkes's account so I can show you her build, and I'll give you a little preview of the other 4 heroes as well. All right, guys, I realized those 2 attempts I showed originally, I didn't show the damage of the enemy team I'm highlighting, so I figure I'll show you now. I just ran another attempt. Again, it looked really good. I actually got like 6 guys through, and then they all got frozen by Lynx and Ymerit, and then Ymerit slowly picked all of them off, really methodically, one by one. Lynx's damage you're going to see is pretty fine. She actually is, when we go to the builds in one moment, kind of in a nice DPS build. I would probably lean further into the crowd control. Ymerit, though, certainly is doing the lion's share, or in this case, the dragon share of the damage, and then a lot of DPS for Hotsit as well. Let's go to the enemy here. You can see Ymerit coming in just less than 20 million. We've got 11.7 million for Hotsit and nearly 6 million for Lynx. Alrighty now, on to the builds. All right, guys, here we are on Hawkes's account. There's his nice Ymerit. You can see he just has an A0 Ymerit. So excellent. However, if this guy was A3, it would have been even more of just a complete downpour of Winter's Bite between him and Lynx. Honestly, since I've been filming and creating this video and testing Hawkes's defense, it kind of makes me want to go pull for Lynx. Not the whole way, but I'll tell you, if she looked normal, I would pull for her. I am drawing the line. Let's go to Lynx now. You can see just A0. He did max skill her. Let's get into the gear. She's in Soulbound Arcana. And actually, he didn't do exactly the kind of build I would do. A little more DPS than I would go for personally, I think. I think you, especially with Hotsit and Ymerit and how much this all stalls out, how much it slows everything down, I think you could get away with certainly like an attack speed amulet, which I could just tell by looking at this he wouldn't have. But still a really nice hybrid build between spamminess and speed, but also some good DPS. So let's check this out. Coming at 16.2k attack, kind of a ton for only 3,700 base, 1.1 second attack interval, and actually no additional rage regen. So that's another thing. There's a ton of constant AoE Winter's Bite. It's 1 stack every 2 seconds over 8 seconds with the frozen domain. And that's in a really, really frustrating little circle, as you can see here, 2 tiles away from her. So you could definitely, if you wanted to go for more of a crowd control build, you certainly could. Personally, I think that is what I would do. But still a really nice build. You guys saw, it's not like she didn't do any damage, but it was less than Hotsit and Ymerit. That is going to be Lynx. If you want to see the artifact, he went for Idril's Gaze. I think that's a great choice, especially for GvG defense, just an extra layer of mind-numbing RNG. A lot of what she does is single target, but a lot of it also isn't, right? Like here, this is multi-target. I have not tested if they count this as multi-target or single target. Certainly, what's going to happen here with the ultimate, though, is not. So I think Idril's Gaze probably for a lot of content is going to be her best in slot. I told you I'd show the other ones before we wrap this up, so let's do that now. We can go here. We got hot sit. I'm assuming this is a crazy build because that hot sit was tearing through me. And it is. Look how much attack is on this hot sit. My God. Almost 18,000 attack, 17.7k. She's at 339 speed, almost 300% crit damage. Definitely smart to go heavier on the attack in Guild Wars, especially compared to other content. But nowadays, any harder content, you just attack to the moon. It can be pretty simple in Watcher Realms. No extra Rage Regen, but that doesn't matter. She's not ulting much. Really nice quad stat here and an excellent weapon here. Let's check the artifact. He's got Idril's Gaze as well, which again is what I would do on hot sit. Unless there was something where hot sit was vulnerable, which I guess a couple strats you could use. She could be a little bit. Then you could put her in a Ichor's Chalice for some heals. But no, I think Idril's Gaze is a great choice. Don't sleep on some of the legendary artifacts, guys. There are some good ones. Let's go to Ymmerit now. Another very good build. I'd expect nothing less. You can see he tucked Ymmerit away, so he totally ignored HP. Like the way I usually use Ymmerit is not a strategy like this. This strategy is perfect, but a lot of times you kind of have to go a little heavier on Ymmerit in case people get through. But because of all that crowd control, you can basically get away with it. Almost over 21,000 attack. Pretty dang fast at 355. Could be a little faster, but still was plenty. Just a hair under 300% crit damage. And this time we did get a little bit of Rage Regen, so that's nice. I'll click on the pieces if anyone wants to see. Now we'll go real fast here, Tordor and Carnelian. It's going to be a tank build, and then it's going to be a spammer build, right? So we got a tank build here in some Tempered Will. Very nice with some Astral Guardian. Let's check those total stats. Coming in at 114. Decent attack speed to get some stuns, 387. I like that a lot. And then what's the defense looking like? 7,100 for the artifact. We're going with the Bastion Ring. I'm assuming this is a Tordor exclusive. Yeah, it is. This is a nice Tordor for sure. Then let's go to Karn. It's just going to be fast as hell. Yeah, 687 speed, 105 Rage Regen percentage. That's what it's all about. Just get her going really, 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 really quick. I mean, look at that. 1.1 seconds down from 2.5. Tons of Rage Regen. So now every time she sends out her basic attack heal, that little ball bounce, instead of giving her 9 rage, she's giving herself an additional 9.45, so 18.45. Really good for the artifact. Euphoric Orb, nice choice. And there you have it, guys. Thank you so much for watching this Lynx showcase. Slightly different than what I normally do, so if you liked it, be sure to let me know in the comments. And if you didn't like it, be sure to let me know in the comments. You know what? I don't want to look at her. I don't want to see any gyration as I sign off of this video. Thank you for watching. Share with your mother, and I'll see you real soon. Bye.
Fastidious.